Hi everyone and welcome to the third episode of IBDP Simplified. I'm Dhruv
And I'm Raghav.
and today we'll be discussing the core components of the IBDP curriculum, which are your CAS, Extended Essay and TOK, Theory of Knowledge. So to start off, Raghav, can you just tell them a bit about what CAS is?
Okay, so CAS is a short form of creativity, activity, and service. So obviously, creativity, activity, and service, and in that we're expected to have different experiences that reflect creativity, activity, and service. So, Dhruv, would you like to talk about what have you done or like?
Sure. So, for instance, when it comes to activity, I was a part of our school basketball team, so that counted as activity for me. So, what I would have to do is basically every time I would go for training, which would be Wednesday and Friday mornings, I'd have to take a short video on my phone and upload that as evidence that I've actually taken part in this activity. And then at the end of every training, I had a schedule where I would just get a reminder on my phone and I'd write a short reflection on ManageBack talking about how I played today, what went well, what did not go well, what I could improve. So that basically counted as an experience of activity for me. For service, you can deal with basically services dealing with different issues. So this is actually one of the weak areas of my CAS portfolio, which is I haven't done much service yet. But one service, I think Raghav, you can talk about service maybe.
So obviously, service is like more about community engagement. Uh, so one of the activities that I've done, or one of the experiences that I have in services, like the beach cleanup,
Right.
which I did with my friends and colleagues. So in beach cleanup, obviously, it is community service and it is community engagement, which is helping the environment and the community in some or the other way.
Right. And then finally, we have creativity. Now, to start off, we actually, your CAS coordinator normally makes you do one experience to sort of give you a feel of what an experience is like. So, for us, that was a creativity based experience wherein we had to do anything creative to thank our parents for everything that they do for us. So, for instance, my group for that CAS project, we baked cookies and we gave them to our parents. For creativity, you can do anything. For instance, you can say you want to learn how to play the guitar, or you can pick up a new art form and say that you want to learn how to paint in this particular artist style, or something like that. One thing that one of our peers did is to learn calligraphy. Now that is something that I would like to do myself, and I certainly hope to do that in the future. So also another thing to note in CAS is basically you have 7 learning outcomes. What so basically, these learning outcomes sum up what you learn from your CAS experiences. These can include collaborating, dedication, perseverance, global engagement, and identifying your strengths and areas for growth. So there are 7 learning outcomes like this, and the whole goal is at the end of it, when you're about to graduate from IB, you'll have an equal number, roughly an equal number of CAS experiences that for each of the 3 strands, creativity, activity, and service, and you'll have an equal number of experiences for the learning outcomes as well. And obviously, you have your CAS project, which is what we are doing right now, which is basically just an extended version of any experience with a few more reflections. So that is CAS for you. Next up, I think we can talk about TOK. Raghav, can you
Right.
talk?
So TOK again is theory of knowledge. So TOK actually gets into the depth of analyzing everything that is around us. So obviously it talks about what is the meaning about like things that are around us and all. And we really start analyzing in detail of and in depth about what is happening around the world. So obviously TOK works in a very different way. So we have, if we talk about our TOK project, then we have three. We have to pick 3 objects that we connect to personally, and then based on that we write commentaries. We write our first drafts, which we submit, and then eventually we make our final commentary. So Dhruv, would you like to talk a bit about TOK?
Sure. So basically, TOK, as Raghav said, is theory of knowledge. In that, we learn what is knowledge. So you start answering sort of deeper questions about your beliefs and all. So you start off by exploring the differences between knowledges and beliefs. How can you differentiate between them? Then you explore a bit more about the areas of knowledge that we as humans have developed. These include your sciences, your maths, your arts, etc. Then you learn about the different ways that knowledge is formed, beliefs are formed, etc. After that, you basically start writing, you start practicing how to write prompts. Prompts are basically you're given a short question and you have to pick an object and then respond to that with 300 words. For instance, one of the prompts that I have chosen for my TOK exhibition is can new knowledge change established beliefs? So the object that I picked is my Kindle. My established belief was that I shouldn't read my Kindle before bed because the blue light is harmful for my eyes. However, I gained new knowledge that by reading a Harvard study that said that blue light from Kindle cannot damage your eyes. So my prompt was, can new knowledge change established beliefs? My answer was that in certain cases, new knowledge can change established beliefs, and my object that I linked that back to was my Kindle. So that is most of what you practice in TOK for 11th grade.
Right, and also note that TOK is a very open-ended subject, so it has different opinions. So there will be a lot of chance for you guys to debate and probably discuss about why you think in a way, and there might be people who won't agree with your opinions, which will be completely fine. Which is the whole point of TOK, because everyone sees the world around them quite differently. And that is about it for TOK. So let's move on to extended essay.
Sure. So extended essay is honestly one of my favorite things of the IBDK
Same.
curriculum because it is a great chance to really explore something that you're interested in and do it in your own manner. Extended essay, the timeline can differ. I believe for the graduating class before us, for the class of 2023, they started their extended essay quite early compared to us. We started exploring the extended essay a few months ago, and we finalized our prompts about a month ago, and right now we are working on the outline of our essay. So Raghav, can you tell us a bit about how you chose your subject and your prompt? And yeah.
Right. So I chose GP, and it was solely based on my interest because I really like GP. And honestly, I felt that there would be a lot of content to write about if I would take GP. There would be so many different opinions that I could address to. I could maybe talk about a party which took a decision, and then I could talk about an opposition party and what they think on that specific decision that the ruling party is taking. So for me, obviously, it was a mix of interest as well, and also the kind of content that I could write. And honestly, I really took GP because obviously I wanted to know about the decisions that are happening or the that have been taken in my country. And on like given that you're talking about extended essay, given that you're taking a subject that you like in extended essay, it really gives you a chance to give more time to a subject that you really like, and you can invest more time in that subject and learn more about that subject in detail. What about you, Dhruv?
Right. So for my extended essay, I chose the subject of psychology. Now, a common misconception that people have is that you have to take an HL subject. That's not true because, like I had explained in one of my previous videos, I have taken psychology at SL level, but I did decide to take it for my extended essay because of my deep interest in the subject. The topic that I chose is, can violent video games. To what extent can violent video games impact aggressive behavior in adolescence? So I specifically looked at, can playing violent video games increase the aggressiveness of a person? And so your extended essay obviously has to be in 4,000 words. So I've started doing a lot of research right now. So the way that it works is, it's more like student driven. So till now, mostly I've been doing primary research. Till now, I've been doing preliminary research about my chosen topic, and I've been contacting my supervisor, who is also my psychology teacher, and asking her for feedback on my work and all of that. So,
Right, just adding on to that point of where we stand in our extended essay. So, given the time of recording, we're recording this in the month of March, where obviously we have our spring break. So, at this point, we've been told to honestly gather more information, and probably what my teacher told me is to write a like rough outline about the subject and the topic that I've chosen, so that after the spring break I can actually show that outline to her, and then she can suggest me with a bit more improvements. And DJ, what about you?
yeah, so same here. So the whole grade is pretty much following the same timeline. So the way that the extended essay goes is, you submit a proposal for two subjects that you would like to pursue. Once your primary choice, if your first choice, if it hasn't been approved, in 99% of cases it does get approved if you have a good proposal. Then you start collaborating with the teacher. You meet for meetings. She explains how to write a good extended essay to you. Then you make an outline. Once that outline has been approved, you can start writing your actual essay. So our outline should be approved in just a few days by the end of March, and then we can start writing our extended essay. And that is pretty much it. The extended essay is a great chance to explore whatever topic you're interested in. Some people say that, if you want to, if you're already sure of what subject you would like to pursue in college, then you can write an extended essay on that. You can do that, or you can do you don't have to do that as well. For instance, I'm more interested in pursuing business in university.
Yep, same here.
However, my extended essay is on psychology, whereas Raghav's is on global politics. So it's also just a great chance to explore maybe a big question you've had for quite a while. And yeah, that's it, guys. So that is pretty much your core components: CAS, TOK, and EE. And
Yeah, and that's it for today's episode. We'll see you in the next episode where we'll start with all
Group
the
one.
subjects, and obviously we'll start with group one. And for then, till then, take care. Goodbye, guys.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.